What if I told you that some of R&B's brightest stars ended up losing it all in the blink of an eye? Fame brought them money, cars, and mansions, but poor choices, bad deals, and wild spending habits turned their fortunes into dust. From artists who blew millions on lavish lifestyles to icons betrayed by the very people they trusted most, their downfalls came faster than anyone could have imagined. These are 20 R&B stars who went broke instantly. 20. Keyshia Cole, the star who couldn't escape family drama. Keyshia Cole rose from Oakland's rough streets to R&B royalty, singing about pain and power with raw emotion. Her voice carried her to fame, money, and her own reality show, but success brought chaos. Family feuds, public drama, and constant personal battles began to drain her energy and her wallet. Mismanagement and legal issues piled on, and before long, her fortune started slipping away. Keyshia admitted to losing control of her finances, struggling to stay afloat while trying to keep her career alive. The same fire that made her famous also burned through her peace and her pockets. In the end, she became another heartbreaking example of how fame can shine bright and then fade just as fast. 19. Chris Brown, the superstar who spent it all. Chris Brown's talent was undeniable. Dancing, singing, producing, he did it all. But fame came fast, and so did the money. Lavish cars, sprawling mansions, and endless parties became his lifestyle. Then came the legal battles, the lawsuits, and the constant controversy that cost him millions. Despite topping charts and selling out tours, Chris found himself drowning in expenses, trying to maintain a lifestyle that even fame couldn't fund forever. He admitted to spending more than he earned, trapped in a cycle of success and self-destruction. For someone who once had it all, losing financial control became his biggest downfall, proof that in R&B, even superstardom can go broke instantly. 18. T-Pain, the auto-tune king who lost millions. T-Pain changed the sound of R&B forever with his unique voice and chart-topping hits. For a while, he lived like royalty cars, mansions, and over-the-top luxuries that screamed success. But behind the fame was reckless spending. He later revealed he blew through more than $40 million on bad investments, unnecessary purchases, and trusting the wrong people. At one point, he couldn't even afford to buy his kids a Burger King meal. His honesty shocked fans, but it also made him human, a superstar who learned the hard way that money can vanish faster than fame. T-Pain's story is a reminder that even when you revolutionize music, fortune isn't guaranteed to last. 17. R. Kelly, from empire to empty pockets. Once considered one of R&B's greatest, R. Kelly's name became tied to scandal, lawsuits, and a complete financial collapse. At his peak, he lived in mansions, owned luxury cars, and earned millions from sold-out tours. But years of legal troubles drained his fortune. His music royalties were frozen, and the costs of defending himself left him with nothing. By the time he faced trial, R. Kelly claimed to be broke, relying on public defenders and fan donations. The man who once ruled the charts couldn't even post bail. His downfall wasn't just financial, it was total. His story shows how fast fame can crumble when your life becomes consumed by controversy and chaos. 16. Montel Jordan, the hitmaker who lost it all to the IRS. This Is How We Do It made Montel Jordan a household name, but behind the hit was a harsh reality. He was deep in debt. Lavish spending, poor management, and IRS troubles sent his finances spiraling out of control. After enjoying the spotlight, Montel found himself facing tax liens and financial ruin. Instead of chasing fame, he walked away from the industry and found peace through faith and ministry. His story shocked fans. The man who once sang about the good life ended up learning what truly mattered after losing almost everything. Montel Jordan's downfall became one of the most humbling lessons in R&B history. 15. Mario, the voice that couldn't save his fortune. Mario's breakout hit, Let Me Love You, made him a teenage R&B heartthrob. Fame came fast, and so did the money. But behind the success, chaos brewed. Family struggles, addiction issues around him, and bad management deals ate away at his earnings. Despite his talent, his career stumbled, and the fortune faded just as quickly as it came. Mario admitted to facing tough financial times while trying to rebuild his image and career. His journey from luxury to loss proved that talent alone can't protect you when the business side of fame turns against you. 14. Lil Mo, the singer who lost it all behind the spotlight. Lil Mo had one of the strongest voices in early 2000s R&B, a powerhouse behind hits with Ja Rule and Missy Elliott. But when the fame faded, so did the fortune. After years of touring, TV appearances, and collaborations, she admitted to losing everything. Divorce battles, unpaid gigs, and bad business choices left her financially drained. Lil Mo even revealed she had to start over completely, working regular jobs to survive. Her journey from chart success to financial struggle showed how the industry can forget its stars overnight. Despite it all, she fought her way back with resilience, proving that strength doesn't just come from money, it comes from survival. 13. Brandy Norwood, the princess who paid a heavy price. Brandy was once R&B's Golden Girl Platinum albums, acting success, and a clean image. But fame came with devastating costs. After legal troubles, lawsuits, and canceled projects, Brandy's finances took a huge hit. Lavish spending and bad management only made things worse. At one point, she faced serious financial problems that nearly derailed her career completely. Yet, through every setback, Brandy pushed forward, reinventing herself in music and TV. Still, her financial downfall revealed the dark side of early fame. When you grow up in the spotlight, it's easy to lose control of the fortune you worked so hard to earn. 12. Ray J, the hustler who gambled his fortune away. Ray J built a name for himself through controversy, reality TV, and catchy R&B singles. He had multiple streams of income: music, tech ventures, and fame that kept him in the headlines. But many of those ventures backfired. Failed business deals, wild spending, and public scandals cost him millions. Despite his hustle, Ray J struggled to maintain financial stability. His flashy lifestyle often outpaced his earnings, leaving him in serious debt more than once. While he kept finding new ways to stay relevant, his story proved that fame without control can turn fortune into failure overnight. 11. Cisco, the thong song star who lost his riches. When thong song exploded, Cisco became a global superstar almost instantly. He went from unknown to millionaire in months, but the sudden fame led to reckless spending. Mansions, luxury cars, and extravagant tours burned through his money fast. Mismanagement and poor business deals added fuel to the fire. When the spotlight faded, the bills didn't. Cisco later admitted that most of his fortune was gone, and rebuilding wasn't easy. His story became one of the clearest examples of how quick fame and fast money can vanish just as suddenly, leaving behind only memories of the good days. 10. Tyrese Gibson, the star who cried over empty accounts. Tyrese was living every artist's dream: platinum records, blockbuster movies, and fame across the world. But in 2017, his tearful social media breakdown revealed a shocking truth: he was broke. Legal battles, custody fights, and overspending left him in financial ruin. Despite earning millions from Fast and Furious and his music career, his money vanished faster than it came. He admitted struggling to pay bills, even pleading publicly for help. The man who once sang about love and power was suddenly facing the harsh side of fame. When the spotlight fades, so does the cash. Tyrese's story became one of the most public and painful examples of how wealth can disappear right before everyone's eyes. 9. Fantasia Barrino, the idol who lost her home. Fantasia's journey from struggling single mom to American Idol winner inspired millions. Her powerful voice brought her fame and fortune, but financial chaos soon followed. She trusted the wrong people, spent without keeping track, and found herself drowning in debt. In 2009, her mansion was nearly auctioned off after she couldn't make payments. The girl who once sang about overcoming pain was now living through it. Fantasia eventually bounced back through hard work and self-control, but her downfall proved that even the most gifted talents can lose everything when fame hits too fast. Her story remains one of R&B's most shocking financial heartbreaks. 8. Brian McKnight, the balladeer who faced financial heartbreak. Brian McKnight was once the smooth voice of love songs that defined a generation. But behind his success was a string of lawsuits, failed business ventures, and financial losses that left him struggling. Despite decades in the industry, he revealed that he made costly mistakes, trusting bad contracts and losing control of his earnings. At one point, unpaid taxes and personal issues threatened his career completely. For a man known for perfection in music, his finances were anything but. Brian's story showed that even seasoned stars can fall victim to the traps of fame and financial mismanagement. 7. Faith Evans, the widow who fought to stay afloat. After the notorious B.I.G.'s death, Faith Evans faced enormous pressure as a mother, widow, and R&B star. Though her albums sold millions, her finances told a different story. Legal issues, poor contracts, and lifestyle costs slowly drained her wealth. She fought to keep her career alive while navigating endless industry setbacks. Even with her success, Faith admitted she faced money struggles that pushed her to make tough choices. Her life became a balancing act between fame and survival, showing that even success built on heartbreak can still crumble when money runs out. 6. Genuine, the star who couldn't ride the wave forever. Genuine's hit Pony made him one of the hottest names in R&B. The fame, money, and women came fast, and so did the lifestyle. But behind the flashy suits and smooth performances, financial trouble was building. Years of lavish spending, failed investments, and costly divorces drained his fortune. To make matters worse, his managers mishandled funds, leaving him with debts he couldn't escape. At one point, Genuine admitted to being completely broke despite once living like a king. He tried rebuilding his career through tours and reality TV, but the damage had been done. His story is a powerful reminder that fame can lift you high, but one bad move can send you crashing down overnight. 5. Aaron Hall, the voice that time and money forgot. Aaron Hall's voice defined New Jack Swing's smooth, soulful, and unforgettable. As the frontman of Guy, he helped shape R&B in the late 80s and early 90s. But fame didn't last forever. Poor financial decisions, legal troubles, and a reckless lifestyle cost him everything he earned. By the time the spotlight faded, Aaron was struggling to survive, far removed from the luxury he once knew. Despite his influence on the genre, he was often overlooked and underpaid. When he opened up about losing everything, it showed just how cruel the industry can be. One minute, you're on top, and the next, you're forgotten and broke. 4. Bobby Brown, the king who couldn't handle his kingdom. Bobby Brown lived like royalty after his solo success and marriage to Whitney Houston, but the fame, the excess, and the wild lifestyle took everything from him. Drugs, chaos, and non-stop spending quickly drained his wealth. He went from selling out arenas to facing debt and legal problems that nearly destroyed his life. Despite earning millions, Bobby admitted he had nothing left. His story became one of music's most public downfalls, a man who had it all but couldn't control it. His struggles with addiction and money became inseparable, turning his name into a warning for every star chasing quick fame and fast fortune. 3. Lauryn Hill, the genius who walked away from it all. Lauryn Hill was once untouchable, a Grammy-winning icon whose voice changed R&B forever. But after her meteoric rise, she vanished from the spotlight, taking her fortune with her. Legal troubles, tax evasion charges, and her decision to step away from the industry left her broke. At one point, she even served time in prison for unpaid taxes. Fans couldn't believe that the woman behind the miseducation of Lauryn Hill had lost everything. She refused to play by the industry's rules, but it came at a steep price. Lauryn's downfall wasn't just about money, it was about walking away from the very system that made her rich, even if it left her with nothing. 2. Toni Braxton, the voice that went bankrupt twice. Toni Braxton's voice was pure gold, soulful, flawless, and powerful enough to fill arenas. Yet even with Grammy wins and millions in album sales, her bank account told a darker story. Trapped in unfair record deals and burdened by massive expenses, Toni filed for bankruptcy not once, but twice. The first time came after discovering how little she truly earned from her hit albums. The second time, health issues and canceled shows left her financially drained. She lost homes, jewelry, and the luxury lifestyle she once flaunted. Despite the humiliation, Toni fought her way back through reality TV and new projects. Her journey from riches to ruin and back again showed that even the brightest R&B stars can fall and rise again through pure determination. 1. TLC, the $1 Million Illusion. TLC was on top of the world, massive tours, chart-topping hits, and global fame. But behind the flashing lights, they were broke. Despite selling over 70 million records, their contract left them earning less than a normal office worker. Their music videos, tours, and image were all financed by the label, not by profits. When the trio discovered the truth, they shocked fans by filing for bankruptcy at the height of their success. It exposed the dark side of the music business, how stars could dominate charts yet live with nothing. TLC's story became one of the biggest financial tragedies in R&B history, proving that fame without control is just an illusion. From chart-topping anthems to empty bank accounts, these stories prove that even the brightest stars can lose their shine when money, power, and pressure collide. The music made them legends, but the price of fame nearly destroyed them. So, what does it really take to stay rich when the spotlight fades? Discipline, luck, or just pure survival? If you loved uncovering the hidden side of R&B fame, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe for more shocking stories that Hollywood and the music industry don't want you to know.